Alright, so I decided on a few things for this page now, finally. And what I chose was I cut this out of the tags page from the collection, which I chopped it off of one of these. And I want to glue it in the center of this page. I already score taped the edges. So I'm going to glue that down right in the center. That looks about right. And then to bring in some of the gold, because there is gold right there too, I'm going to put one of these here and here, and then I'll decorate with flowers around it. So let me get my skinny glue. And we'll go ahead and do that with these that I already had cut out. And I'm gluing the whole thing down because we're really not going to tuck a picture in there. Alright, so I'm going to put one on this side. And kind of just framing in that you and me. I'm going to do one at the top, and then I'm going to embellish it with some flowers. Yep. Alright, now let's put one on this corner. And that does look pretty enough, but we gotta do some flowers. So I think we'll put one here. This time I want to put a lace closure. And I had a piece. Here we go. So I have a little strip of this trim that I'm going to make a flap. I'm just cutting a little piece and doing it exactly how we've been doing it, because I didn't do it before I had my papers in there. So put a little glue there, fold it in half to make a loop. And then I'll glue it there and my flowers will go on top. And then that gives us something to pull this up with. And then I'm going to put this big flower right there like that. And these are petaloos. You can get them, actually I think Kelly Crafts and Supply sells them, but you can get them online or at Packetans if you live in Ohio. Alright. Get rid of the glue string. Now I want to put some little ones up on the top. Like that. And I think that looks good. And then I think I'll leave it at that. Do we need a third? No, that's too much. I could put one there, but no. We're leaving it at that. I think it looks good. So there's that. super cute. It brings out the brightness of the pink there, and then we have that flips open that way. I'm going to go ahead and leave that one. Well, I could put some, in fact I think I will because I have them cut out. So I'll add the gold pieces onto this other side. So when you put your picture there, it has something to frame in decoratively. And I forgot, I just glued it. I didn't leave it so you could put your pockets under your picture, tuck your picture in, and put that right on the edge of my paper. Get another one. I will stick that up in this corner. And do I want to do 4 or do I want to leave it at 2? We'll do 4. Let me get this piece out. Get the glue. I don't have my glasses on. I gotta get them for the next one because my eyes are going cross-eyed. Alright, let's see if this helps. Alright, let me poke these pieces out. And we'll get that on there. Very pretty. Now when you can crop a photo to just fit right in here and still have this decorative edge. So that's enough for that. Now this one I wanted to put a piece of trim going down. And I have this nice delicate little lace. And I want it to hang out on this side. So let me cut this to this size. Which side do I want to use? Alright, so I'll snip that right there. Cut another piece of this. I'm going to stick that right on the edge there. And I got to turn this so I can glue this down good. And we'll have some lace sticking out there. And then that hides where the paper showed. It shows so little that you probably wouldn't have even noticed it anyways. Okay. Now when you close this, look how pretty that looks. So you open that, and then we'll put our pocket tags in here. I wonder, I had this cut out and I kind of liked it. I wonder if I should put this going there or on the back of there. Actually, this is how I'm going to embellish this one. I'm going to just glue the edge and you'll be able to slide a picture up there. I kind of like that. So all I'm doing is gluing the top edge because I want it to slide under. And I'm going to put it right in the center of this other side. There, I like that. And then you can stick, you can just place a photo underneath and pull it in and out. So that's all we need there. How much of that's going to show? Should I add a piece of lace this way? No, but I will add a piece of trim going down there. Let me find one that I want. I could go with this big one. In fact, that's what I'm going to use. And it's perfectly sized already, believe that. So I'm just going to go along with this, put some glue down. And I got some excess there, so I'll trim that off. There, that looks neat now. And maybe we should put a pearl. I don't want to put a pearl because that's going to close on top of it. That's about all I'm going to do. I don't want these corners on here because then it shows through and it doesn't look good. So I'm going to leave this page plain. So there you go. That's that page. Much better now that I changed that paper. I am much happier. And we'll get our photo mats going in there. So this is what we have. We have that page. This page, that page, we did this page. Now let's do this back page, and as you see, we've bulked this up quite a bit now. So, alright, I'll be back with the next page. Our last page is pretty chunky on its own because we have a lot of this layering going on, so I'm not going to do too much with it. And I like the papers, so I am going to take this piece of ribbon and I'm going to fold it like this to make kind of a tail. So I'll put a little bit of glue right here to fold that down. Just like that. And then I'm going to dangle it there and put this flower right on top like that. So that'll hang down. So let me glue this here. Put this down right there. I got two little tails, and then I'm going to take one of these pink flowers and just glue it right on top of there. And that way we have something to do our flip with. I want to leave that plain. Unless I do corners on it, but I think I want them in white. Oh, there is gold there. Alright, we are going to add, I'm going to add 4 of these gold pieces. 1, 2, do I have to cut more? Well, I only got 2 left. So, that means we can either just put them like that, or sometimes I stagger them like this. We'll do it like that. I bet I could go dig out another piece to make 4. I'm just getting the edging off. I like the gold because it brings out the gold right there. So let me get these 2 glued down, and then if I have more, I'll do all 4. If not, you can leave it at 2. So let me get these glued down. We are almost done. So what did I say? I was going to go this corner. And this corner down here. Unless I just do the 2 tops. Nope, I like it like that. Alright, and if I find another piece of that gold paper, I'll probably cut 2 more, but probably not. I'll just leave it. I could put some pop-up teacups there. I think that's enough. This page I'm going to leave blank. I'm not going to embellish anything on the inside because it's thick enough. Once your pictures go in there, it's going to be too thick. But what I do want to think I do, what I think I want to do is, what do I do with it? I think I want to cut this bird cage out, so I'm going to try to fussy cut this out and put it on here to tuck a photo behind. It might not work, but we're going to try it. So I cut that out. Let me zoom back for you. And let me get my little scissors. So let's see how it works. I think it'll be pretty. And I've been wanting to use this bird cage in this. So this is my last shot. Well, I could put it here on the cover, but I have other plans for that. Maybe I still will. We'll see how it looks there. So let's get this cut out. I'm not going to cut that circle. That's just too much. What I can do is put a pearl trim up there. And I'm not going to cut that out. I'm just going to go around the plate because that'll look odd. This is good enough. All right. I'll hit it with my ink. Same one we've been using, Tattered Rose. Just so it doesn't look like it was paper cut. And I'm just going over it lightly, nothing big. Alright, now let's see if I pop this up like that and then leave this part open. You could tuck a photo in there, and I do think that I like that. Or I could do them here. Oh, I still could do that there. I like it here. I'm going to put it here. So I'm only going to glue like this half of it. And then you could tuck a photo back there. And I took it right to the edge. There, now when you place a photo in there, you can have it tucking out. I like it. And we don't even need to put anything on there because it's rounded, but we might want to put some lace up at the top. Nope, we're just going to do it on our pocket. And I'm going to choose this green lace. And I'm going to put this down at the bottom of my pocket. Like that. Alright, let me get the glue gun. Alright, that's it. That's all I'm going to do, because we're going to make our photo mats. We'll have those, we have that, and it is just fine. Now what I want to do is think about what I want to do right here. So I'll come back when I figure it out. Okay, I am back, and hopefully I'm going to finish this thing up in this video. I'm going to go kind of quickly here right now. I'm going to finish the embellishing. These go in there last, but right now on this part I'm going to show you the tags that go inside, or the photo mats or whatever. And then I'm going to glue some lace on here, finish up the backing. But I'm going to start page by page. I already cut it out, and I'm not going to sit there and mount it for you. I didn't glue these down yet. I will do that, but this is how they're going to look on this page. So the first pocket, I did 2 photo mats. Measure it at 4 by 5 3/4, the first one. And then 4 by 5 1/4. And then cut your paper, your decorative paper, 1/4 of an inch shorter. So that means that this paper would be cut at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. And then, as we've been doing, tape around and glue it on. And then it'll look like that. So that's what I'm going to tell you. For the rest of the photo mats, I'll give you the measurement and then know this one's 4 by 5 1/4, and it's just the cardstock. And then you want to cut this 1/4 of an inch shorter, so you would cut this at 3 3/4 by 5, because this measures 4 by 5 1/4, so 3 3/4 by 5, and then you'll get your border around. I leave the backs blank so people can journal or put the photo back there and journal on the front, whatever, or both photo. And you don't really want to put decorative paper back there because you're putting photos on here and it's going to get thicker and thicker. And then I just layer the 2 in that pocket, so that's the first one. Then under here, I did a photo mat on this one to tuck in these pockets, and I cut this one at 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So then you would cut this piece at 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. Tape it on there, and you got a photo mat. And it'll tuck right in there, and then you can still also put a photo back there. And like I said, you can make your photo mats any size you want. If you have pictures that you want on there, that's fine. Now I will go ahead and cut some of these tags out and then layer them in there too. With this photo mat, I just did one, and I cut it at 4 by 5. So this would be 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, your decorative piece. And I put that on there, and that fits in this pocket. And then what else we got under here? This I just left blank for you to tuck photos in. I'll probably cut some of these and tuck it back there. I'll show you at the end when it's done, but I just want to hurry up and get this video done. So this I actually, I showed you that. Okay, here, these 2 photo mats in this pocket. I did them with this, and this one is cut at 4 by 6. So this is going to be 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 on top of it. And then this one is 4 by 5. So 3 3/4 by 4 3/4 for your decorative paper. I know I'm going fast, but you can pause it and rewind it. And close that up. And then in here, I'm just going to cut these up and stick them in here. And I'll show you when I'm completely done at the end of this video. And then under here, yes, I do have pockets. Okay, and then here I did 2. So I cut this one 4 by 6. Your decorative paper then would be 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Tape it on. It's going to go in there. This mat is 4 by 5. Therefore, your decorative paper would be 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And do that. So I will go ahead and tape all those on. And right now, I'm going to go over the rest of, I cut these because I'm not sure if I'm going to put these back here or not. So let me go ahead and finish embellishing this. I chose 2 pieces of trim that I want to put along the top that has these dangles. I already cut them to the width that I need. And I'm going to put one here and one here. And that just gives it some decoration. Let me see if my glue gun's heated up. Yep. So I need to turn this, get my glue on the top. And lay it down. Okay. That's all I'm going to do with this front piece. It's so pretty. I don't want to cover up these flowers, and this is really bulky here, so I don't need any more tags. So there's the inside cover. And we'll go to the back cover. This magnet's not sticking as good as it should. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to glue this piece right there. Make sure your little dangles don't get glued down. And there. Alright, now with this, I cut out another of the bird cage. And I didn't distress the edges on it. What did I do with my... Look, I cleaned off my desk. I got rid of everything. Because now we're in the home stretch on this thing. Where's my ink? Okay, got it. I'm just going to hit the edges. This one I'm going to pop up a little bit with some pop dots. That way you can, if I put those tags in there, we'll have the option. So let me get my pop dots. And I know I want it to go here on the edge, so I'm going to put my pop dots along here. Get in frame for you. That should be enough. I'm going to put one down here. Okay, and peel the tape off of that. And I'm still going to hit it with some glue. And I'm just going to take my glue gun and put a little bit of glue on each one. I place it down, making sure I am on that edge. There, that's all there is to that. And now if we choose to, I cut 4x6 and a 4x5 mat again. I didn't attach the paper because I don't even know if I'm going to use it, and if I don't, I'll make a card. This is kind of too big, so I think we'll just stick with the one, and then I'll put some journaling cards in there. You can go right under there, like that. So you can place a photo there as well, like a pocket. Alright, that is that. Now let me show you what I do in the for these inside of my gussets, which this is totally optional if you want. I took paper, and I know that my gussets are 1/2 inch, so I need these cut at, I like to put the strips in for decorative. You can't have these strips going in your fold marks, so I always do it at a half. I know that's a 1/2 inch, so I do it on my scoreboard. I'm gonna put my paper at 1/2 inch, but then I'm gonna go back to the 1 tick mark, so it's just gonna shave like 1/8 inch off, and it'll make it 1/8 inch smaller. So whatever measurement you want to call that, I don't know. That's how I roll. And then I'm gonna glue them in. I'm just gonna put a piece of score tape on each back of it, and we'll stick them in between all the gussets. And it just makes it pretty. All right, once I get these all, put the tape on the back, I'll be right back. All right, I placed the first one so you can kind of see. I got the tape on all of them. Let me show you how I put them in. That one's down. So see the difference when it's white, and I really have to stick my head in here. And I cut this according to the width of my, where your gussets are. It is, I think it was 6 3/4. Yep, 6 3/4 long. So there's that one in there, and it just makes it look much nicer. I mean, white is nice, it still is pretty, but sometimes, you know, you get, from working on it, it gets a little dirty. And I'm just placing them in between both of those score lines, so I know my pages will still close nicely. And that's the same paper that I used for the cover. All right. We are completely done with this inside. If you wanted to, you could put a corner piece here or put something there, but I really like that and I don't want to cover it up. So now all we have to do, now look how big and thick our album is. It just depends on your embellishment. So that's why we left all this, so we know how we want to tie it, but it still sits very nicely. It's just not going to close flat, and that's fine. We'll tie it shut, it'll be like that, and it'll be so pretty. Alright, now let's glue that piece of trim that's been toying with me, and I'm just going to go for it and put it here. Like that. So let me cut this to measure right there. And then I'll decide what I'm going to put there, if I'm going to add that trim or not. Alright, so this lace is going to be a little more tricky. Because I need to make sure it's all gathered, so I want to make sure I lay it straight. So again, I'm just using my glue gun. I'm just going to work in little sections to get it going. I'm getting those rosebuds lined up right along this top edge. So it's kind of hanging over the spine, but yet kind of in the front, and I like it. And then if your paper cracks on your seam, on your thing, it'll be under this and you won't know. The book won't fall apart though because of that Tyvek. You'd really have to cut it with something. There. Now, if you want, you can kind of hit your, which is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to just kind of glue these down a little bit so it stays on my, alright, don't rush, because I'm going to make a mess. That way it's decorating the back of my, or the side of my book too. Get all the stringies off, and I don't know if that's ever possible to get them all off. There, so now that's kind of glued down there. We have our book this way. And let me see if... I'm going to get this other strip cut out and we'll line it up there and see if it looks good. So I decided, yes, I do want this. I cut it out and I'm going to glue it right there. It just fills it in. So let me tack that down. Making sure I'm right on the edge. There we go. Now I cut these tags out and I'll just fill them in accordingly to wherever. In this book, did I want some here? Yeah, we'll put this pink one. And I don't put any paper on the back of them. You can either journal on them or mount. You can also mount a photo on the back. So I'll put that one in there. We can add a little one here. Actually, I'm not going to put one in there because we want to fill it with our picture. You can also, if you have some, I don't have any that are going the right way, you know, you can put words in there. Let me see what fits in all these. I kind of like this one. Smiles. Actually, this is the one I like in there. This one to journal. That's perfect. What do we got going on here? Dream big. We'll go there. And here, these are our pockets. That one's tight. Which it shouldn't be. I think it's because I have so many things glued down there, but yeah, we'll do like that. So you got those, we'll put that in there as well. Close that up. What do we got here? I want these words here because I just love this and haven't been able to use it. So I'm going to cut this down a bit. And I actually think I'm going to glue this down. That's still not going to work. It's not going to work. So, we will add it to right there. Treasure these precious moments. Now it fits nicely. Okay. And we'll still tuck this here under our little things so you can put a photo there. We're done. It is complete. Let me cut these down. We're going to give it a good tie. Let me zoom out. We'll tie it. Just enough to... So we'll decide how big we want our bow. Actually, it's easier if I do it like this. And don't do it real tight. You might want to wait till you get your photos in. So I will leave excess. I'll leave my bow big so there's room if it gets bulkier. And then if you want to cut that more later after your photos are in, you can. There we go. There's your shaker front mini album. It's the replica of the Blush Glam one that I did. I just used a different paper collection, but it's the same exact album, and I'll put the two together. This one's a little bulkier, depending on the embellishments I used. Same exact album. I just embellished it and used different papers. But all the pockets are the same on the inside. So I hope you liked it. I've already gotten some really super sweet comments on the videos that I've posted, the parts 1 and part 2, and I really thank you for thanking me. I really enjoy doing this. I love it. It's my passion. I wish I could do tutorials every day. There's the back. But yeah, so I hope you liked this, and if you make one, send me a link to a video on it or send me some pictures. My email's usually in the description of my videos. And there you go. I'll do one more flip through to show you. I think it turned out super cute. There, all our tags. We won't pull them out. Ta-da! Oh, we could put a tag in here too. It's fine. I'm not gonna go crazy. Those are our double pockets. And it'll tie shut. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I am gonna go now. It's been a very long video. What is it, 3-4 hours if you watch all the segments. I hope you enjoyed it, and take care, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.